Hey guys, so recently I watched Captain America Civil War and I realized that the epic fight scene, the epic airport scene that we all love kind of sucks if you're a fan of Iron Man, Vision, or Black Panther. So in this video I'm going to be focusing on those three characters. Trust me, there are a lot of things that I do love about this scene, but as far as these three characters, I just feel like they're underutilized, and a couple of their heads weren't in the game. Like Vision's head wasn't in the game, and Iron Man's head wasn't in the game, but Black Panther, his head was in the game, but he was just kind of there. We'll get to him later. First, I'm going to start with Iron Man. He gets jumped by Hawkeye and Scarlet Witch, and he doesn't really see those cars coming from the garage that Scarlet Witch is pulling out to throw on top of him after he dodges the arrow from Hawkeye. I feel like he should have seen a couple of those coming, maybe fly out of the way, but he just sits there and stands there and gets thrown to the ground by the cars. So that was a little bit strange. The next part was when he's flying directly towards Falcon, and Falcon shoots a projectile, like a Red Wing type of projectile, at Iron Man, and it hits him right in the forehead. It was almost a little bit too silly, because Iron Man is known for developing some of the best tech in the Marvel Universe, and for him not to see that coming, nor his suit, or Friday to, see that coming and deploy some type of countermeasures, it was just kind of silly and unrealistic. It just kind of made him look incompetent. It wasn't like a Iron Man that we could really respect out there fighting. It was like this goofy Iron Man whose head's not in the game. Next is Vision. Vision was in this scene 5 times, which seems like a lot, but they were kind of useless times. There's only 1 out of the 5 that he was actually useful. So the first one was coming through and drawing a line in the sand. That's what they used him for, to introduce his character to the fight. He just came and drew a line in the concrete, and just like a little metaphor symbolizing drawing a line in the sand, and then gave a little speech, because you can't draw a line in the sand without giving a speech. So that was useless. The next thing he did was block the bus from hitting Black Panther, which Giant Man kicked over, and I felt like a couple other characters could have done that as well. It was just like, oh, let's just get Vision to do this real quick. Spider-Man could have came in and swooped in and saved Black Panther from the bus. Iron Man and War Machine could have done the same thing. So that was just a little bit silly. The really useful thing that he did, though, that was cool, was turn into a wrecking ball to knock over Giant Man. He made himself into like a ball, and it just kind of showed his agility and his ability at the same time. And then he goes through him, so he makes himself invisible to go through Giant Man to stop Cap and Bucky from getting to the hangar. And he knocks down part of the building using the Mind Stone. And this is the 4th useless thing, because instead of it letting it hit the ground, he doesn't see Scarlet Witch stop the building from hitting the ground and letting Bucky and Cap get through. You just tried to block them from getting to the hangar, and it completely did not work because Scarlet Witch was there to hold the building up. So that's useless. Like, Vision, stick with the plan, follow through with it, make sure they don't get to the hangar, or just blow up the hangar itself and blow up the jet so they can't leave. You know what I mean? Like, it was just a kind of somewhat of a countermeasure, and it just wasn't the true Vision out there fighting. Lastly, the most useless thing he did was shoot War Machine out of the sky, because his mind was in the game. He's over here fiddling around with Scarlet Witch, and War Machine asked for him to shoot Falcon out of the sky, and he doesn't shoot Falcon out of the sky. He shoots fucking War Machine out of the sky, and ultimately they made him a android with like human flaws. So with that said, Vision, you gotta get your head back in the game, bro. Like, Infinity Wars is coming. Thanos wants that Mind Stone. Go back to the training rooms and get this shit together, bro. Like, it's about to be a wrap for you. You're not gonna make it past Infinity Wars Part 1. Next is Black Panther. I was very excited for this character in this movie. It's his first film. It's his introductory film to the MCU, and he was definitely there for this airport scene. He was riddled throughout this scene, but he wasn't doing anything special. He was fighting Bucky a little bit and trying to put hands on him, and then Scarlet Witch comes through and throws him out of the way and cock blocks that fair one. That was her job throughout this whole fight. If you didn't notice, go back and watch it. Scarlet Witch is just cock blocking fair ones. She's just not allowing anybody to catch a one-on-one fair fight. So with that said, he's interacting with these people, you know what I mean? He's on screen with Clint, and when Ant-Man is Giant Man, Giant Man's trying to swat away at him and, kick him and stuff, and he's just like jumping out of the way, and he's not retaliating to Giant Man and doing anything special. Like, I think they could have or should have done. But what he does do is just, like I said, interact with these characters. You know, Hawkeye starts shooting arrows at him, and he's just grabbing the arrows, and the arrows are blowing up, and he's just, you know, throwing them away. He's like, get this shit out of here. And then, you know, throws a couple punches at him, and they cut scene. All of his scenes, he was cranked down. All three of these characters, kind of in a way, were cranked down. When he's trying to get to Bucky at the end, at the hangar, you know, Black Widow's there to crank him down, you know what I mean, with electrical shots. It's like, could you just let this man do something dope? You just got Black Panther out there interacting with characters, but he's not really doing anything dope or extra or special like we kind of wanted to see. So with that said, the people that were actually putting in the most work in this battle were Ant-Man, Spider-Man, Scarlet Witch, and War Machine. We all know this is a Captain America movie, and everything's going to kind of lean towards Captain America and be in his favor and in his team's favor. That's why I think it was very satisfying for Team Iron Man when he shoots off Bucky's arm with the Unibeam and catches the fair one with Captain America. Let me know what you guys think, though. Will Vision make it to Infinity Wars Part 2, given what we've seen in this airport battle? Because what we've seen in this airport fight is like a novice version of Vision. I feel like he put in more work in Age of Ultron than he did in this, and ultimately I feel like that's because they were battling each other and people were pulling their punches and holding back their powers here and there. It's not a true enemy, you know, you're fighting your friends. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Who else didn't get to put in work? Like, who else was kind of cranked down besides Iron Man, Vision, and Black Panther? Which other characters weren't represented? Anyways, be sure to hit like and subscribe if you liked my video, and you can click here if you want to see one of my other videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Thanks for watching.
You going to jail now? You going to jail?